Guys, it's great to be in a conversation around the digital workforce and the good things that are happening here in Newfoundland and Labrador. One thing I really enjoy is helping other people find their future in technology here. And I'm Alan Dale from Gale Force Winds. Why don't I ask you guys to introduce yourself one by one and tell us what you do?
Yeah, Bill Donovan with Kraken Robotics. I'm the Vice President of Strategic Programs and Partnerships.
Bonjour, my name is Florian Villaumé and I'm the CEO of TechNL.
Ajay, Pande, Director of Industry Engagement here at Keene College.
So, guys, thanks for joining us. A lot of good conversations happening at the moment around that sort of that digital transformation that's happening, digitizing workforces and industries that perhaps we wouldn't have even thought of. We just had somebody on talking about the agriculture industry and how that's kind of digitizing. Florian, maybe I'll turn to you initially and give me your thoughts on what that digital transformation looks like.
Yeah, so for me, like digital transformation is about finding opportunities to bring more value to what we do. And there are a lot of things that we do in any industries, any work, where those things don't play on our strengths. And for us, in those industries, the idea is to find those opportunities where we can be more efficient, where we can save time, and really bring what we're good at. You know, like, so I give you an example, even for myself. So we have meetings, you know, at TechNL, and we had like a ongoing discussion and take notes. And often what happens is that we have someone who takes notes, and then this person could bring much more value by being part of the discussion instead of taking notes. And now with new tools like the generative AI, you can save some time having someone taking those notes, and then that allows other people to bring more value. So for us, I just give you a very specific example, but today technology is everywhere in all industries, and there is opportunities like this in any industries. We have been focusing a lot on energy sector. We're going to branch out to mining, tech companies in general, and what's very interesting to see in our membership is that companies are playing on that digitalization effort and contributing to digitalization effort in different ways, from helping lawyers to helping small businesses too. So there are different ways to apply technology.
You know, of course, that's going to require a whole, what I would argue is some sort of digital literacy and it changing the way we even learn and how we learn. Ajay, maybe you could pick us up on that point. Talk us a little bit about digital literacy.
Yeah, for sure. And just like Florian said, like digital transformation is affecting everybody, every sector, every industry. And, you know, when we think about digital literacy, you know, what we think about is in terms of upskilling existing employees, newcomers, new students with the digital skills for this new digital era, and it's ever changing. The other thing we know is that Keene College, because we interact with so many different sectors, predominantly the tech sector, but also other sectors as well, is digital literacy can mean different things for different industries. So for instance, for the tech sector, it might be things like looking at how do you leverage technology to make your products, your services, solutions more reliable, more secure from a cybersecurity perspective. Looking at other sectors like governmental offices, municipalities, they're really looking at it from coming back to AI, like how do you leverage this ever-changing, generative AI? Like there's some concern and fear about that, but also understanding that if we don't use it, we're losing some efficiency. So it means different things, but it comes back to really upskilling, the opportunity to upskill.
And of course, upskilling, it can take all different forms. And, one of the neat things that I'd like to move into next, that whole idea around micro-credentialing, right? And condensing learning down into bite-sized pieces that meet needs right away, and of course can be taken anywhere in the province remotely. But one thing I really find interesting about what we do so well here in Newfoundland is that when we create those micro-credentials, it's a collaboration between industry and academia and government to create a solution that meets all. So maybe I'll turn to you, Bill, and from an industry perspective, are these micro-credentials meeting your needs? Are you seeing great uptake there?
Well, they're creating opportunities for people to learn and cross-train. And one of the programs that are offered here at Keene, and I sat on a focus group a couple of months ago on the micro-credential side with regards to sales. And I came from a different angle in the fact that we look at in our business, our software team, our engineering team, our business development team, they're all selling all the time, because those are the individuals that are client-facing on a regular basis. So when we looked at the micro-credential sales program that Kean will launch, and I saw it as an opportunity to cross-train and better educate some people who might not think they're salespeople or BD, business development people, because, well, I'm a software developer or I'm a mechanical or electrical engineer. But no, every time you're talking to a client, right, particularly with regards to any of our products, you are selling.
Right.
You're selling yourself, you're selling your company, you're selling the technology. And at the end of the day, a happy client is probably one of the best salespeople you could ever have.
Yeah.
Because they're the individuals that are out telling industry and other individuals, here's what I have from this company, here's what they're offering, here's how great it is. So it's understanding the needs and not just living in a box of saying, okay, well, this is a sales program, so we only have our salespeople go to this, or this one here is very specific to even just coding. Right, we have a lot of our engineers. I'll look at our software team as an example. Right, Kraken is a company with 240 people worldwide. We have between 50 and 60 people on our software team alone. Like 20-25% of our team are software. Not all of them did computer science. Right, some of them kind of morphed into a software role based on the skill set, what they wanted to learn, and there's always an opportunity for people to learn more, and certainly from a professional development standpoint.
Florian, big membership, of course, with TechNL. A lot of companies doing a lot of great things. Are you seeing big uptake now on this micro-credentialing style of learning?
Yeah, and I would say like building on what you just said, like what really excites me is the process to get there. And what we have is a lot of members sharing needs, and they are our customers. If you think us as a business, we serve members, so members share like a need about technical sales. We say, okay, we have an opportunity with the Fine Fisher in Tech to design a program that answers needs. And then we share it with Kean, and you took it to another level. And for us, we are very excited by the opportunity. I was even 2 days ago, I was chatting with a company, Reuter, and they talk about also this program and how it was a gap in the sector for a while. And for us, there's a great uptake in companies, but it's a great way to demonstrate potential opportunities to develop bigger programs.
Right.
Like it's like a small pilot to see, is there a market? Is there a need for this? Mm-hmm. And now we say, okay, there is a need. Okay, what is the next step? What is a bigger thing we could develop? But at the same time, there are also a lot of opportunities for those very targeted training that answer very specific gaps. And the great things with micro-credential is we can do that fairly quickly. Between the moments I chatted with we chatted with Kean about the needs, and the moment it happened, we're talking about like 2 months.
Wow.
To develop a curriculum, and so I think there is an opportunity to be much more reactive by developing this kind of tool of education, a micro-credential.
Who are they for? Ajay, who is the ideal candidate for these micro-credentials, and how do they get access to them?
Yeah, I mean, like digital transformations everywhere, so these micro-credentials are for everybody. So we have a micro-credential based on a person's specific skill set or need that will probably address them. So for instance, for folks that are looking to enter the software world, or they're looking to do better coding, better testing, we have quality assurance and quality control. But things like AI, cybersecurity, I mean, tech sales, that's really for anybody, any sector. They're really agnostic sector-wise, and from looking at the analytics of it's across all sectors. So seeing a lot of value here. Access is simple. Go to that QR code or go to www.kean.com. And it's, one thing to say, it's like Define Your Future in Tech program, that TechNL has been endorsing here in Newfoundland and Labrador through the Government of Canada. It's an excellent program. It covers the cost. So it's a free micro-credential, which is traditionally $3,000.
Right.
So that expires March 31st. We are running low on the number of micro-credentials left. So there is an opportunity for businesses and employers to really take advantage of this, and we want to spread that word as well. They take advantage while it's free.
Guys, it's wonderful to see this collaboration of industry associations fueled by government and industry partners and academic partners all working together to find this incredible solution space as we go through this digital revolution. It all seems to be working together. Bill, what are your final thoughts on where the future sits in this whole digitization?
Well, I think when I look at the digitalization and digital transformation, there's so many different definitions to it, and you could ask 10 individuals to define it and get 10 different definitions. And I think Florian touched on it because it all kind of relates back to what's important to your operations. So the digital movement per se, if it's anything that makes your operations more efficient or components of your operation, whether it's the actual technology development or even procurement and your supply management, change management, it can be applied to any aspect of the business, and that's kind of where we see it. We're not focused on just the technology piece. It's anytime that we can bring a digital change into any component of our operations, we see it as a positive.
Florian, and yourself, where do you see the digitization world going here in Newfoundland?
Yeah, so I mean, like the first thing I want to mention on this is that this process is not new. You know, like you look at generative AI, I was looking, what would be a good analogy? So when we went from going to a library to find information to go on Google, you know, that's the same step that we are going into with a generative AI. And that was a digitalization process. We had a new technology and now we're able to find information differently. And look where we are now. So new technology will come like all the time. And it came even like since then, like so many technology, iPhone. And so there are new opportunities of learning new, using new tools, and we need to get used to it. So for me, like those micro-credentials are a way for you to learn about specific technology and opportunity of digitalization and be more efficient. But it's also a way to develop your muscles on be ready for future technology development and better ways to bring value to what you do in your daily work. And I like just talking about again generative AI, and there's also other micro-credentials, but I think it's for everybody, and that's why we need to understand those tools is not only for technical people. Like it's actually, I think there will be even more value to people who are not technical. And that's what we begin to discover, is that you can, if you are in a marketing role, if you are in a role that's not technical, even like administration, that's where you can use those micro-credentials to help you use the technology in your role, or maybe find your next role that's going to help you too.
Fellas, thanks very much for your lens on this subject today, and we certainly appreciate everything that you're doing. We appreciate your leadership in this world in Newfoundland and Labrador. There's no doubt about it that collectively you guys are making this place a better place, and we certainly appreciate it. Merci.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.